this
Ma'am,
point,
yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
with the permission of the minority leader, for the record, may I ask, ang English ba ng ayuda wealth transfer? No, is that how the economic team views ayuda programs of the government as a wealth transfer mechanism?
Mr. President, it's partially true because it's transferring wealth to the poor. There are certain or lower middle class. Kasi nga, di ba, it's wealth because I guess it's an asset that we have, cash reserves or whatever, and the allocation of which we transferred. So,
If it's wealth transfer in part, what is the other part? In part lang kamo eh. What is the other part of ayuda? If it's not just wealth transfer.
so there are other means, free education, health assistance. So they're not necessarily wealth transfers, but they are still assistance.
So
I
wealth
guess-
transfer would only refer to cash transfers,
yes, Mr. President.
not to transfers or assistance that are in kind.
For now, that's a loose
Educational assistance,
definition.
health assistance, they're not viewed as wealth transfer mechanisms of the administration.
Yes, not necessarily. So it's a loose definition, but basically what we're saying is it's something that we are imparting, sharing also na makarating dun sa ating mga kababayan.
Thank you, distinguished
It's
sponsor.
1% of GDP.
Minority Leader,
Redistribution of wealth.
All
Minority Leader, madami ka pa. Si Senator Bato, ang last na after you. Hindi kita minamadali, nagtatanong lang ako, ikaw naman.
Hindi, okay.
Maaga pa po, Mr. President.
I'm just
I
asking.
think 1 hour pa lang tayo.
Hindi 1 hour and a half.
1 hour and 15 minutes. Yes, no, but before I forget, Mr. President, ito na muna about the budget na
The
muna.
gentleman will continue.
Yes, yes. Our 2025 proposed budget is 10% higher than the 2024. So
Yes, Mr. President.
may we know what caused the increase and how come it reached 10%, Mr. President?
Well, the highest allocations are, as stated in our constitution, DepEd, di ba? Tapos, actually, 7.4%.
Ah, 7 point. It's in the president's
10.1%,
message. It's
10.1%.
10%. Yes.
Oo. Now, pero 7.1,
May we get our figures right, Mr. President?
so, okay. So, now, Mr. President, it's strategically crafted to balance fiscal responsibility and the need to boost investment in growth-enhancing expenditures. It was framed on the President's 8-point agenda. So, ano yung mga general expense class? Well, alam naman natin na, syempre, tumataas rin naman yung sweldo.
What caused the increase, the 10%
Oo.
increase? Sweldo lang?
Maintenance and other operating expenses will get the bulk of the proposed budget next year at 2.4 billion. The proposed, hold on, Mr. President. Again, going back, the ones that have the particular increases, no? Alam natin the expenditure, the highest is always DepEd. Then we have the SWD. But for DepEd, for example, computerization program from 8.9 billion 2024 to 12.4 billion. Teaching allowance, di ba, dinagdagan natin ito?
Yes.
From 4.8 billion, naging 9.9 billion na. So doon pa lang, makita mo na yung textbooks from 12 to 12.4 billion. Last mile school program. And tapos learning tools from 3. sorry, Mr. President. Yung higher allocation for health sector, the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, PhilHealth,
Siguro itong BP na ano.
tapos, wait, yung mga hospitals, for example, DOH Metro Manila hospitals from 18 billion to 23 billion. Other health facilities from 53 to 76 billion. National Health Workforce Support, pareho lang. So, yun po yung mga big items. National procured commodities for family health, immunization, nutrition, responsible parenting from 7 to 10 billion. Communicable diseases prevention and control from 1.7 to 3.5 billion. Ito, Pantawid Pampamilya Program, Mr. President, from 106 billion to 114 billion. Ito, implementation of the Centenarian Act. Di ba? Marami tayong mga friends dyan na kailangan naman ay from 186.1 million to 3 billion.
Batas po natin yan.
Kasi patas na nga eh.
Po.
So,
Yes. So,
at saka sa infra, marami.
So,
Kung gusto nyo isa-isahin natin.
so ang iba, ganito po ba, ang iba doon ay conscious decision natin na taasan ang amount ng mga programs. Ang iba doon, tumaas talaga ang gastusin sa operations. Select ng mga hospital, how to...
Opo.
Ganun po ang dahilan.
Well, kasi sabay-sabay po pag sa operation cost, pati po yung sweldo rin ng mga
Sweldo,
Oo.
did we also increase the amount for the salaries of government personnel?
Yes, yun nga yung
Where
malaki
is
rin
that
doon
found in what item?
sa MPBF.
MPBF. And actually ba, meron ba legal basis for the increase in the pay of the government employees?
Well, first of all, may executive order rin yung presidente, Mr. President.
Okay.
Which is given in tranches, di ba? Para nag-umpisa na this year, may continuation next year, and it will be adapted thereof. So, this is actually good news for
So
many of
yung-
our government workers.
So yung bulk ng amount sa MPBF will be spent for the increase in the salaries of government workers, and that is based on an EO, not a law.
Yes. But then also like the law of like the salary standardization, which is also what we follow. But there's a jump because of the current EO.
Can the DBM,
And may legal basis kasi EO yan eh.
yes, sige.
And it's still anchored in the law, Mr. President.
But can the DBM educate this representation? Do we need the law to catch up because the last SSL has already expired? Tama po ba yan? Yung understanding ko?